lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender civil rights in Chile have seen remarkable advances in recent years. Though LGBT people still face some legal and social obstacles not experienced by non-LGBT Chileans. Both male and female same-sex sexual activity is legal in Chile. Since 2012, the law bans all discrimination and hate crimes based on sexual orientation and gender identity. Since then, the Chilean armed forces allow to openly serve gays, lesbians, bisexuals and transgender people. LGBT people are allowed to donate blood without restrictions since 2013. Since the 22nd of October 2015, same-sex couples and households headed by same-sex couples have the same legal protections available to opposite-sex married couples within a civil union, except for adoption rights and the title of marriage. Since 1974, the change of gender has been possible in the country through a judicial process. The Gender Identity Law, in effect since 2019, recognizes the right to self-perceived gender identity, allowing people over 14 years to change their name and gender in documents without prohibitive requirements. According to several surveys, Chilean society majority supports the recognition of the rights of LGBTI people. Adult, consensual, non-commercial, same-sex sexual activity has been legal in Chile since 1999. But the liberalization of the criminal code created an unequal age of consent and did not modify vague public indecency laws, which have been used to harass LGBT people in Chile. In Chile, the age at which there are no restrictions for sexual activities is 18. While the minimum age of consent is 14. Limitations exist between 14 and 18 years old. Even when not clearly stated in Article 362. Later on, in Article 365, homosexual activity is declared illegal with anyone under 18 years old. There also exists in the Chilean Penal Code a legal figure called estupro. This figure establishes some limitations to sexual contacts with children older than 14 and younger than 18 years old. The estupro legislation defines 4 situations in which sex with such a children can be declared illegal even if the minor consented to the relationship. The sexual acts regulated by Articles 361 and 365. Article 365 bis regulates the introduction of objects, either in the anus, vagina or mouth. Article 366 bis defines sexual act as any relevant act with sexual significance accomplished by physical contact with the victim, or affecting the victim's genitals, anus or mouth even when no physical contact occurred. Article 369 states that charges relating to these offenses can be brought only after a complaint by the minor or the minor's parent, guardian or legal representative. Nevertheless, if the offended party cannot freely file the complaint and lacks a legal representative, parent or guardian, or if the legal representative, parent or guardian is involved in the crime, the public ministry may proceed by its own. In 1810, the age of consent for opposite-sex activity was 12. In 1999, the age of consent was set at 14 for both girls and boys in relation to heterosexual sex. Homosexual acts were decriminalized in 1999, with an age of consent of 18. In 2011, the Tribunal Constitucional de Chile confirmed that the age of consent is 14 for heterosexual relations, as well as for lesbian relations, but it is 18 for male homosexual relations. In August 2018, the Constitutional Court again rejected that Article 365 of the Criminal Code was unconstitutional, in a 5-5 vote, validating for the second time in its history that the age of consent for gay men is 18, while for heterosexuals and lesbians is 14 years old. In July 2019, the Chamber of Deputies unanimously approved a bill repealing Article 365 that, if enacted, it would establish a universal age of consent set at 14, regardless of gender or sexual orientation. The bill is currently being discussed in the Senate. In March 2015, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a circular that recognizes same-sex civil unions and equal marriages performed abroad for residency matters. Chile has recognized civil unions since the 22nd of October 2015. Chile's civil union laws enable same-sex and opposite-sex cohabitating couples to co-own property and make medical decisions as well as claim pension benefits and inherit property if their civil partner dies. Gaining custody of a partner's child where necessary is also made easier by the law. The new law recognizes marriages performed abroad as civil unions and views couples and their children as a family. In August 2011, President Sebastián Piñera introduced a bill to Congress allowing registered cohabitation. After 4 years of debate and improved provisions added during Michelle Bachelet's administration, the bill was passed in both houses on 28 January 2015. On 13 April 2015, the bill was signed into law by President Bachelet and was published in the Official Gazette on 21 April 2015. It took effect on the 22nd of October 2015. On the 1st of December 2016, the Chamber of Deputies